happening, 831? Welcome to another episode of Go Live, Monterey County's main source for arts and entertainment news. I'm your host, Marcos Cabrera. Sitting with me, as always, is Mac McDonald, Go Magazine editor. How you doing this week, Mac?
Not too bad. Getting all ready for the Memorial Day weekend.
The big 3-day weekend.
One of my favorite weekends of the year.
And you're going to be kind of working some overtime this weekend, right? Going out to a whole bunch of festivals, huh?
Oh, I know. It's like I said, it's one of my favorite weekends. Plus, it's my birthday weekend. So
this week on the cover of Go Magazine, it's a three-pronged cover here because there's just so much to pack into it. We have the Calamari Festival, which when does that take place?
That's actually Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
And that has a pretty long name, right?
It's the Great Monterey Calamari and Clam Chowder Festival.
Okay. Say that fast 10 times. Then we got the Cali Roots Festival going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Monterey Fairgrounds, which is sold out. Completely.
Unbelievable,
yeah. And then up the peninsula, north of the peninsula, we have the Santa Cruz Blues Festival, right?
Right, yeah. This is a 2-day festival at Aptos Village Park. Beautiful park. It's one of my favorite festivals of the year, mainly because it's one stage, 5 acts, and it starts at 11 a.m., goes till 7:30. So it doesn't take up the whole day and evening, and so you actually get home at a reasonable time. And there's no fillers. All 5 really good acts. Let me go through the lineup here. Starting with the opening act, Carolyn Wonderland is a great guitar player. Sonny Landreth, another good guitar player. John Mayall, the father of English blues, his first band had Eric Clapton and John McVie and Mick Fleetwood in it. So he's kind of considered the guy who kind of started that whole thing. Jimmy Vaughn, Stevie Ray's brother, and then the headliner is the Steve Miller Band.
Some people call me the space cowboy, yeah. Some call me the gangster of love, and some people call me Maurice, 'cause I speak of a pompatus of love.
Then Sunday, the California Honey Drops, I've seen them. They're fun band. They do a little bit of everything. Blues, jazz, they just kind of mix it up. They're Oakland street musicians. They used to play in on the street corners.
And they performed at the Golden State Theater a few months ago, right?
A couple months ago. They're tons of fun. Then Nikki Bloom and the Gramblers, not blues at all, but a little bit of kind of country soul in there. And then the James Hunter Six, he's from an English singer, and he's like retro soul, great thing. And then Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings.
Now there's an act.
Yeah, I saw her at the Warfield in San Francisco a few years back, and she puts on a heck of a show. Full-on horn section, big band, and she's great.
There's an old soul review.
She's all over
that
city.
Classic form, that classic old soul review
classic
stuff.
old soul review stuff. And then the finale of this year's is the Tedeschi Trucks band. That's Derek Trucks, the phenomenal guitar player. He's also a member of the Allman Brothers. And Susan Tedeschi, his wife, and guitar player and singer. And this band's actually has only been together a few years. In fact, I had an interview with Derek Trucks earlier this week, and I asked him about the first time they played. They played 3 years ago at the Santa Cruz Blues Festival, and that was one of their first gigs. So you might want to check their website, SantaCruzBluesFestival.com. It's mostly general admission, but they do have a gold circle right in front of the stage where they have chairs that you can sit on. Otherwise, you have to bring a lawn chair or a blanket to sit on.
And of course, you can always get more information in this week's edition of Go Magazine, as well as check us out online at MontereyHerald.com/Go Magazine. All right, so coming up next will be the lovely Jeannie Evers and the Rabbit Ears segment.
Oh.
You want to start?
Oh, we good? Yeah, sorry. just reading the blah 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 blog.
Oh.
My apologies.
Okay.
Forgive me.
Cool. All right. Well, we are back for the lovely Jeannie Evers and her Rabbit Ears segment. And this week, you are going to be going over some of the stuff that's coming up on network TV in the fall. I understand that they unveiled their lineups.
They did, yeah. So this week we're talking about last week when the networks kind of unveiled their new fall shows, what they're going to be having going on next season. And there's kind of three sort of overarching things that, or at least three trends that I kind of saw in their big, massive list of new shows. The one that really stood out to me, and is going to be a problem for me and anybody else probably, is that pretty much all of them are packed with stars and people that you know and love.
Really?
Like almost every single show has somebody, at least one actor or actress that I just adore. Some of the people who are, kind of longtime favorites, you got James Spader, Sean Hayes is coming back, Michael J. Fox,
That's right.
Bradley
Everyone
Whitford,
loves Michael J.
yeah,
Fox,
of course,
yeah.
right? And also Robin Williams is making his triumphant return to television, which will be
Long overdue.
long overdue. And Gillian Anderson is popping up again, and there's more typically movie actors like Toni Collette and Greg Kinnear is going to be in a mid-season show, and it's a little out of control, but really intriguing and kind of exciting that you're going to see all these familiar faces.
So why don't you break it down for us, kind of by network, and give us some of the things that you're really excited about.
All right, yeah, sure. One I'm really excited about, let's start with ABC. I'm going to get my nerd on a little bit. They have a Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. So it's basically the Marvel Universe show that you know and love, or the characters or whatever. And I've kind of got I'm in a superhero group right now, so I'm kind of excited about that one. I think the one that I'm most excited about overall, though, speaking of Michael J. Fox, is the Michael J. Fox show. And that actually is going to be on NBC. It's a little family comedy that incorporates his Parkinson's. He plays a TV anchor who kind of retires because of his Parkinson's, and his family's kind of tired of him being at home, and he decides to go back to work, and they're all really excited for it. But this one is a little unusual because NBC has already ordered a full 22-episode series for it. Usually they, pick up a pilot show for series, give it a run, see how it does, and they either cancel it or then renew. So this one's for sure.
That's a pretty big statement on it sounds like they're doubling down on his talent there.
Yeah, definitely. And I have seen the trailer for it. A bunch of trailers are online, and it made me laugh. It looks just really well done, really funny, and I only hope that it doesn't preclude him from being on The Good Wife next year, because as Lewis Canning, he's just one of the best guest actors that show has, and they have a lot of really great guest actors.
Let's hope worlds don't collide there.
Right, exactly. That'd be a little crazy. CBS, talking about Robin Williams, I am going to try a show called The Crazy Ones. It's him and Sarah Michelle Gellar, and their father-daughter ad execs or ad people working together. And first of all, I just the show kind of fits into another kind of theme of the new fall season, which is there's lots of family comedies, but more specifically parent comedies. So there's kids moving in with parents, parents moving in with kids. It's definitely a theme for next year. The Crazy Ones I'm curious about, although it's also created by David E. Kelly, who did Ally McBeal and Boston Legal and stuff. So he gets a little manic, and Robin Williams is totally manic. So I am curious about the show, but at the same time I'm kind of expecting to be a little overwhelmed by it.
Anything else out there that you're really high on?
Yeah, I didn't touch on Fox. Fox is doing a comedy that's called Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which feels a little, the premise is kind of retread a little bit. It's, what do you want to call it? Loose cannon young cop, trying to come under he's a new boss, and he's kind of straight-laced and wants to straighten him up or whatever. Andy Samberg is from SNL is the
he's returning.
the jokester, yeah. And Andre Brower, another TV staple, is the straight-laced cop. And so I was a little reluctant at first, but the trailer that they had for it actually made me laugh. So I'm kind of really looking forward to that.
Anything else?
No, just I'm excited for the new fall season.
You sure? How about any plans for Memorial Day week or anything?
Yes, Memorial Day weekend. While Mac is going to be about town, getting it sun and music and culture, I am going to be parked in front of my television watching the fourth glorious season of Arrested Development on Netflix.
Ah,
Yes.
and I know you've been anticipating this for quite a while. So
Oh,
why don't you
so
why
long.
don't you just why don't you just break it down for us?
Break it down for you. All right, Arrested Development. It's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of like the insiderist joke of insidery joke shows.
Whatever you talking about.
See, if you've seen Arrested Development, you totally get this. If you don't, then it's just like it's kind of like Klingon in a way. It's like it's its own language. And anyway, yeah, it was a great ensemble comedy that aired on Fox. I think for 3 years. 3 years. I can't remember when it went off the air. Like 5 years ago. And ever since it went off the air, fans have just been like going ballistic trying to get it back. And so Netflix finally did, and they picked up a fourth season. All 15 episodes are gonna launch on Sunday, like they did for House of Cards, which means that's what I'm going to be doing Memorial Day weekend.
And the full cast is back, right?
The full cast, yeah. So if you're familiar with the show, basically each cast member is going to have their own episode. Michael, played by Jason Bateman, is going to be in all of them, and it's kind of the same event from different perspectives. So that's how that's going to go. It used to be, if you heard a rumor a while ago, that you would be able to watch it out of order, and it would still be awesome. The creator, Mitch Hurwitz, just finished editing, and he said, "Whoa! I changed my mind. I'm sorry. I wasn't able to make jokes work out of order." So just be forewarned. You can watch it all the way through and multiple times, which is how it should be viewed.
Mm-hmm.
Because so many jokes are that's another thing. Is jokes are set up at the beginning of the season, they pay off at the end, or they carry through, or they build up, like the chicken dance, and you just it's really perfect for Netflix and binge watching over and over again, which I have done.
For the true nerd, what are you really anticipating, or what are your hopes for
I want another chicken dance. I want Buster, despite Tony Hale, the actor, saying that Buster respects chickens too much to do a chicken dance. I want a Buster chicken dance.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we got two very exciting and completely different paths for a great Memorial Day weekend.
Totally.
I'll just be at home chilling with my family. But I think you and everyone else is really anticipating this premiere, and maybe I'll check it out. We'll see.
Steve Holt.
All right, well, that's it for this week's episode of Go Live. For Jeannie Evers and Mac McDonald, I'm Marcos Cabrera. See you later.
All right, so are we done?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's take the stairs.